Got some alfalfa stuff going on here. Alfalfa, alfalfa. See, this eye's all messed up still. Gonna be messed up, I think, for the rest of it. Dude, it looks crazy. One eye's bigger than the other, right? And this eye's like wide open normal. This eye's like, I'm struggling, I'm dying. Eye herpes. This is the face of eye herpes. This is what you get when you go to Ocean's Cabaret, which is a strip joint in Galveston. Look it up. It's infamous for being one of the dirtiest places to go to. How's it going, Armani? The kids have pizza. The wife's happy. I stepped out so I won't eat any pizza. I don't need to eat any more food. In fact, I should commit to a fasting. This eye is hopeful. This eye knows that there is no hope. I could say whatever I want to say right now. That I will commit to a fasting. At least till Thanksgiving, because we all know I can use it. I could do the intermittent fasting where I eat pretty much only at dinner, and by eat it will just be a can of tuna. I was doing that for a couple weeks. That's when I was losing weight pretty good, but we could see I'm backpedaling. Well, what's going to happen when you're used to being fat and you're trying not to be fat? My day is going good. I just ate some pizza too. Well, you're younger. You're younger, your body will metabolize it faster, and you're probably much more active than I am. That's true. This eye is hopeful. This eye knows that I'm speaking the truth. Look at that. Look at that. It's like I have angles now. Is my eye better now? It's like recovering again. It comes and goes. I do have the antiviral pills again. My doctor gave me like 3 bottles of them. Like a 60 count each. These big pills. You gotta shove them up your butt. No, but they are big pills. Big horse pills. Huh. This is the free that I had earlier. We're going zen. Zen and chill. Motorcycle guy. Old man on a Harley. It's always an old man on a Harley, huh? I got a Harley too. But my Harley doesn't have the bells and whistles. It's pretty much a bare bones fat boy. I prefer it that way. I don't need the radio. I just want to hear the sound of the engine in traffic. And of course I have a Bluetooth speaker in my helmet so I can hear the music that way. Just chilling, trying the zen. I got a 6. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. Pretty good so far. I'm streaming tomorrow. Well, if I come to Easy Mart, which is where I'm at now, in the morning, I might be able to meet up with that Steve guy, who is kind of quasi-homeless. I'm not exactly sure his story. They haven't really gotten that. You guys seen him a couple times. I don't know if Armani, I don't know if you ever seen him. He popped in a couple times when I used to do the walking streams. If I can catch him, then I can do a morning stream. I don't know if he'll be... I think he will be. I think he would be up for just doing a stream. He's never seemed to say no. He was like... In fact, if anything, he seems kind of excited just to have someone to talk to. I've noticed that lately with, like, when I go on my walk, I'll talk to the neighbors and people around, and it seems like people are just wanting someone to talk to who's not like their boss or gonna, I don't know, mess with them. So we'll see. Yeah, he works here at this place. I think he gets paid cash under the table. Okay, but he's a grown man, and he has his stuff. He has a problem with it. He could handle that. I don't care. It's not my problem. He's a character. Homeless, quasi-homeless people tend to be, you know. He has a lot of personality. Good. Interesting. So yeah, this Zen 6 is so far nothing. Not feeling sick. I'm used to the free. Oh, it's starting to activate. It's starting to activate. Oh. I should try to be a homeless man, lose the weight that way. Zen is nicotine. It's not weed. I wish. But once again, kind of in the state between jobs. I still have a job, but applying for another job. It's actually the same job I applied for before. I kind of explained the story. How the hiring manager that I was talking to, he himself got a new job. And his boss, who came down and talked to me in the emails, was like, since she didn't interview me, she's just going to repost the link. So I did the background checks, the referral letters, all that. Everything was looking good. He was saying it just takes some time. Getting a state job takes time. It takes a lot of time. I used to be a state employee, getting back into that. By the way, I'm not worried about these streams or anything interfering with that. They don't really check this stuff. They don't even check this stuff. Besides, if you search Deadman, like my name, my last name is Deadman, but it's spelled a little bit differently. This stuff doesn't come up. What comes up? Maybe some stuff from like the horror publishing days, but that's explainable. This is horror books. I mean, it's whatever. So I'm not worried about that. Anyway, get back to the story. So the hiring manager left. His boss I had to end up talking to. But since she didn't interview me, she didn't really know who I was, she decided to repost the link. So they finally reposted the link. It took them a week to do that. That's all. It's a state. The state takes forever on everything. So I reapplied. Had an interview yesterday. I think it went well. And did the written portion, which is the same written questions as last time. So pretty much submitted the same thing. So long story short, no THC for me. No CBD for me either, because that might pop up. So sobriety, here we are. This eye is so bad. If I hold it like this, look like this. Now it looks even. Now I look like I have a problem. Hey, what's up? A red herring channel full of wholesome stuff like this is the first thing they look into. Sending good vibes your way. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you. You know what? The first time I did the interview for that job, I had an eye patch. And I was talking to the hiring manager. I told him, hey, actually, by the way, the eye is getting better, so the eye patch is off. He was like, actually, the eye patch was cool. We thought, it stood out. So if I don't get this time, then we know it was the eye patch. The eye patch should stay. You were a pothead. Wowee, you were so high energy. I would say, like, I'm not a pothead, but a pothead wakes and bakes. Can't do that. I'm not in college anymore. I got responsibilities. Can't wake and bake. Gotta smoke on the weekend, maybe. Hey, King. Whoa. Thank you. Thank you for the membership, man. The eye patch makes me look like a pirate. How many weeds did I token a day? Per day? I don't know. I don't keep count of that. Let's see. I had to go to the local vape shop. Buy some flour, and the flour would last me for about a month. And so, no, not much. I'd more like do it occasionally on a stream. I mean, the All American Tobacco is clearly All American Tobacco, right? So I'll make a couple puffs on there, react to some baby metal, whatever I was reacting to. Or I didn't talk about, whatever I talk about on this channel. By the way, guys, are we boozing? That's another question here. For $5, that gets us closer. I want to know. I probably shouldn't booze. Because one thing I notice, what seems to really activate this eye and get it worse, is drinking. At least I thought so. I seem to be. Normally, lately, the only time I drink is on Sundays. Which is the opposite, right? Normally people don't drink on Sundays. Okay, I'm lying. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday night with the neighbors. King of the Hill stop. Sitting in the garage, drinking beer, watching the games. Need drugs to get you through your gay Thorpe crap? Yes, exactly, Dash Van. Of course, I need to do a lot of drugs to get through Thorpe's. Oh, 100%. Radio showed his eyes. I think he's using some anti-boozing filter. Okay. But I'll put this. I don't want to drink beer. Because I don't want the mass calories. All of it's just calories. All of it's bad. All of it's fucking bad for you. All of it's bad. We can do, they have the 0 sugar, 0 carbs, Mountain Dew seltzers in there. We can do one of those. You're dying at age 35? Yeah. Let me guess. Could drink it 2 years ago, died at 35. 35. And let me ask you this, DW. How many cases of beer would you go through on a weekend? Including Saturday and Sunday, obviously. Include Friday in that. Because I used to be like, I was really bad. Where on Fridays I would buy an 18-pack of Shiner. Get through that. Saturday morning, I need more of it. Get another case of Shiner. 18 pack. Get through that. Sunday, well, you can't buy beer here in Texas on a Sunday, not Sunday morning. So I buy more when I can. Your hardcore bud. When you say bud, hardcore bud. Oh, Fifths of Jack. Oh shit, with beer. What kind of beer? Did you do like straight up Budweiser? Because dude, that. Oh, that's why. Fifths of Jack. Down Fifths of Jack. See, I couldn't do that. Man, vodka Jack wine, doing gay drama on YouTube. Well, I can't just chug liquor. Bud or Bush, who cares, right? It's just beer, right? Yeah. Yeah, this isn't bad. So like, I do like the freeze that I use over these Zins. It's another brand, FRE, free. The initial impact on this feel a bit different. It hits a bit harder, I think. There's a it has a weird taste to it. But right now it's all chill. Nicorette gum is where it's at. That's how I quit smoking. Yeah. And I started smoking cigarettes, this year. But I'll quit just fine. Be fine. I was doing that right in front of my friend who struggled with quitting. He was like, man, you are an idiot. It's like, I know, right? I know it's retarded to do. The chat paid me. Got to do it. But it's fine. It'll be fine. I'll smoke some backwoods cigars and be done with the cigarettes in no time. So, any takers on the Mountain Dew seltzer? Are we doing that? Are we doing any booze? Are we doing no booze? Are you loving smoking right now, Devin? The thing I like about smoking is that it kind of gives you something to do while you're talking. What else would I do for $4? I don't know. I mean, strip. Thought a little too cheap for that. It's time to humble myself for Christ. God bless, man. Jesus does love you. Yeah, the shrooms was a one-time thing. Now I'll say, well, on shrooms, I did feel like I was getting closer to God. What I was trying to convey to you guys is, y'all don't understand, man. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm trying to tell you that God is real. And like, we try to understand Him through these various means, but I don't think we really understand Him. Like, even through the Bible, I feel like even the Bible is like a shadow of really what the message was supposed to be, as it's told through oral tradition and then eventually written down and then over translations and all that. It like, I feel like, there's like the original message, and what we have though is like a copy of it. Maybe understanding is hard. The truth goes against our flawed logic. Yeah, I hear that. Seem to have substance problems, no offense. No. Could be worse. Opposites like turn the other cheek instead of revenge. Oh, this is interesting. YouTube wants me to try this with you guys. Wow, look at that. Do you guys eat your pizza crust? You think it's lame? YouTube wanted me to put that up there. Look at that. It's kind of a stupid question. Like, if you're a kid, no. But if you're a grown person, it's like, sure, I mean, I spent money on the pizza, gonna eat the crust. Seems like the opposite of logic. Turn the other cheek instead of revenge. No, which one do you try to live by, though? Pray for thy enemy? I think with those messages, it's understanding that even though your enemy is against you and trying to destroy you, they are your brother still. They are your sister still, and you still share something in common with them with that, and you're fighting over, and they want to destroy you because of like disagreements or whatever, and that's sort of a tragedy, you know. Like the things we fight over, which so sometimes very, very ridiculous. Or it's just a bunch of baloney told by cavemen. Yeah, but the cavemen probably ate shrooms and had some sort of psychological experience where they felt like there was a greater message to life. It's kind of weird how like so like I don't recommend like hardcore drugs obviously, but like the like the ones that kind of allow you to have like outer body experiences. There's a common story you hear with people who partake in that stuff of like they seem to come back with a sense of like a deeper understanding. I mean, of course, it could just be delusional. It could be that life is just like, you know, what it is. But I don't think that is. I think there's something deeper to it. Like understanding like where we come from, like the purpose and all that, like, but on a deeper level. It's hard to really get into that. Pray for them to turn away from their evil ways. Right, and of course, they themselves could probably say the same about us, you know? When you have an enemy who disagrees with you on whatever it is, then the disagreement could be on a fundamental level. They may think that you need to change, and you may think that they need to change. They think they're right, you think you're right. And you may have your book to go by, they have their book to go by. Or you may be the same book. Different interpretations. Sometimes it is exactly the same book, and it's just political stuff, really. But at the end, I mean, we're all human. We're all brothers and sisters, and yet we kill one another for like stupid things, for stupid reasons. Dead Man's Existential Crisis will authorities take Lalo to a swing club? Is he going to make out with another blind chick? What drugs would I recommend you, a child? Well, I don't think you're a child, Desha fan. I don't know what you are, but you're not a child. Abel and Cain. Yeah. It's just how it is, man. Just how it is. A blind swinger club? Oh. That's cool. Yeah, maybe makes out with a blind chick. That should be a cool clip. Joe Shabatoni will have that out ready tomorrow. Looking kind of worn down. Ah, yeah. This eye right here definitely looks pretty bad. It's time. It's time for what? To meet the Reaper? Wow. What flavors in do you use? I'm going coffee and wintergreen. Master, this is chill. It really tastes like nothing. The Stinky Brew in here? Oh, I'm Stinky Brew. Stinky Brew. The American Stinky Brew. And the Forest of Dane. I love his Gamer the Damned. See, I'm going to pop in another one. As Gamer the Damned impersonations are like the best. And the Forest of Dane. I hope Ruby has her Sunday stream. That'd be super duper. What drugs have you done in the past, hypothetically? I'm pretty good. I don't really do a lot of drugs. Meth every day. Heroin twice a day. I can't stop smoking crack. I do that like shit, dude. I did that just before this stream. I'm on crack right now. That's what my eyes like this. It's crack, man. Now you know why I wear the sunglasses. How much to get you drunk enough to be thrown in a county jail? See, that's the thing. I can get to that level of drunk. I've been that level drunk before. That's pretty easy to do. But I ain't gonna do something stupid out in public. Yeah, clip it and send it to Hot Wheels. Wheelchair. Man, that Nissan stopped right there. Mango peach crack or a blue raz? Man, blue raspberry crack is hard to find over here. I just get whatever the hobos have, man. I do my part. I take it off their hands. I'm doing the homeless a service. I go around and, I go around to the underpasses over my area, and I beat them up, and I get some crack off of them. Call your governor Hot Wheels? Well, I mean, he's in a wheelchair. Yeah. And by the way, I think the story of how he got into a wheelchair is because a tree fell on him. I think that was God. I think that was divine intervention to try to stop him, but he survived. But hey, I think for $20, I'll drink 2 tall boys at the same time. I'm regretting saying that. Everything's disabled in Texas. Yeah, just about. You're crazy? I am crazy. I should have said $30. Think of my eye herpes? I'm thinking about that now. I got the antiviral pills on Thursday. $0, by the way. I don't know how that is. The past 2 times I picked up my prescriptions, $0. My health insurance has changed. I no longer have Blue Cross. Now with the second one in, it's starting to hit me. I no longer have Blue Cross Blue Shield. It'll give you eye herpes. Well, there's a little place called Texas Dolls. Texas Dolls. Look it up. It's a BYOB strip joint. They don't have the finest hose, but they will do anything. Yeah. Okay. Not very clean. I can go back to giving the wifey eye jobs. Yeah. By the way, I joke about my eye herpes with the wife too. I'm not saying anything here I wouldn't say to my wife. That is true. As far as the drug question goes, you wouldn't be serious about that. Marijuana and shrooms. That's it. All the drugs I've ever done in my life. Cocaine, never gonna touch it. I know I'd be addicted. I wouldn't be able to quit it. Crack. Nope, that's whack. Meth. Nope. Don't want to destroy my life. Don't want to rot out my teeth. And don't want to end up living in a slum. I met a lot of meth heads during my line of work. And they all seem to live in slums. By the way, when I say slums, I mean like run down trailers. What about the drug of love? Oh, well. The drug of love is addictive. I can tell you guys a real story. Then after this story, I think I'll wrap up the stream. I think my wife's dog is a pervert. It says it's 0 sugar, 0 calories. It's probably poison. It's probably poison. It's probably going to kill me. No, I never did MDA. MDMA? Never done that. Is that for 2 tall boys at the same time? Yeah, let me get 2 tall boys. 2 tall boys, and I'll come back and tell the story. My wife's dog is a pervert. Where am I going with this? Was peanut butter involved? No. There I go for Blue Shield. Blue Shield Copay. Oh, I should explain that. That was only $15. But, okay, so back up to that. So, yeah, my insurance at work changed. No longer Blue Cross Blue Shield. Because that's getting too expensive. So this mysterious coffee company that I work for switched to this insurance called Imagine 360. Imagine 360 is the name of the insurance. No one at the company was happy. Everyone was upset. We're like, what the hell? It looked like the deductible's higher, and it just seemed like some bullcrap, like some made-up health insurance, and you had to like Imagine 360. Yeah, Imagine 360. What is that? And there was this whole thing how like when you get claims, you need to send it to their attorneys, and their attorneys will argue it down to pretty much something like that's more manageable. I was like, this sounds like just much more work. Now, I had a copay the other day. I saw my doctor. Everything's good. Hey, blood pressure was like 126 over 75. Doing good. And weight did go back up to 225. I'm trying. No, I'm lying to you. 230. Went to 230, and I was like, man, I am trying to get that down. I want to get it down completely. But I keep on slipping. And I showed you guys the weight. I mean, I got down to 215, but like it's easy to slip up. It's easy to slip. Can't have any cheat days. 24 fasts a week. So when I picked up the copay was actually only $15. It wasn't the usual 30. So that was nice. And then when I went to pick up my prescriptions for the first time, I went there. It was $0. I was like, okay. And the guy was like, yeah, don't complain. It's like, I'm not complaining. It just seems like a glitch in the matrix here because, okay. Pick up my prescriptions again, like 3 of them, 3 different drugs. I'm on a lot of drugs, a lot of prescriptions. Okay. And $0. I'm like, all right. I'm getting free prescriptions now. And I told the lady, it's like, no, I will probably get a bill in the mail or something. I don't know. I'm just surprised because nothing is free, and especially not prescriptions. So, United Healthcare is the one with the CEO who was, hole in the head. Yeah, that's the one. So, but Get Crack for me was generous with the $15. I won't do I won't do 2 tall boys at the same time. I'll do a 1. I'll get a tall boy, the Mountain Dew seltzer crap. I think we'll do that. And I'll tell the story about how my wife's dog is a pervert. Luigi, Mario's brother, dude. Just gunned down a CEO. And how do you think that trial's gonna go, man? There's 2 things I think all Americans, at least most Americans with common sense about them, hate. Billionaires. Well, they don't have to be billionaires. Rich, and their health care. I mean, their insurance. That will be so difficult to get that jury. That'll be the hardest thing they'll have to do. All right? Because no matter what he gets, they're going to be like, oh yeah, fuck it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a tall boy. For the Mountain Dew seltzer, are we going to do the... I think they have the Baja Blast one and the regular one. I'll let you guys choose. Or are we doing a freaking buzz ball? Are we doing that? Apparently a lot of people got their insurance accepted after Luigi. Yeah. Well. Yeah. You keep on denying the claims. Well, Baja Blast. I like Baja Blast. Alright, I'll be right back. Don't let anybody steal the phone. All right, that did not take long at all. Sobriety now. All right, Bahal Blast, Mountain Dew, seltzer. It's only 5%. Zero sugar. 100 calories. So you guys have some theories? Did you stream earlier? I did. I walked over, I got the kids pizza. Didn't want to eat any pizza, so I walked out. See? And now I'm drinking beer. I kicked myself out of the house. I could literally stream and be like, my wife left me. And as often as I stream, it might seem true. Are you talking to my webcam girls? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to try this Baja Blast seltzer. Well, it definitely is sweetened with whatever artificial crap they've been using lately on everything. Probably the same thing that's in this Coke Zero, which is probably just a poison. This shit is we're gonna find out that it causes cancer. Remember the sweet and low? The pink stuff? Those pink packets people would use for sugar? I found out that was linked to cancer. It's gonna happen with this shit. How much ABV? 5%. So, not a whole lot, but it is a tall can. I'm not exactly sure who this appeals to. Seems like a younger demographic. One would say kids. Because you see this can, you're just thinking Mountain Dew. Yeah, it's average beer. Oh. Old school Four Loko? Yeah. E-Gamer energy drink? Yeah. Go home and play some Command and Conquer, the original. Play online. Lose a lot, win one. I've been playing that game on online matches. Man, it is like every RTS. It's all about who can produce the most units first. And I swear, some people just rush to produce like the cheapest units in the beginning and rush you with freaking grenaders, and like, God damn it, I want to play a real match. Oh, Warcraft 3? Oh man, I haven't played that in ages. Last time I played that was probably on a gateway computer. Oh man, I haven't played Warcraft 3. Didn't they release a remaster or something? But I heard people were complaining about it. But people complain about everything anymore. That sounds like a pretty good drunk purchase. The remaster sucked? Do we... Is that the? They ruined it with the remake. Did they? What about Warcraft 2? Did they re-release that one? 14% ABV of old school. Now they banned Four Loko. Yeah. So, don't get the remastered Warcraft 3. I mean, you could buy Four Loko at the store right here. Or do they change it and so it's not as much? Like too much alcohol and caffeine. It's a fun combination. It's like doing Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs? The fuck is that sound? Did you hear that? The fuck was that? Hope that wasn't that vehicle's brakes. It sounded like a banshee hollering in the distance. Yeah, like a skinwalker. That was a weird sound. No lies. I would love to just do a chill gaming stream, but no one would watch that. Maybe a couple, and that's fine, I guess. If I do get the state job, that might be where it ends up, and that's fine. And that's the plan. I get the state job again, and then pretty much retire from the drama stuff. Which means the channel will go back to just what it was. Retro game streams. When you say retro, how retro are we going? Social work? Technically, I already do social work now. It's just with coffee. Jobs are BS. Oregon Trail. Now, okay, Oregon Trail's fun. We could play that together and make it fun by making the party all like Thorpe characters or Boyd characters. Castlevania, yeah. Nintendo 64. Ah, okay. Yeah, I could do Symphony of the Night. I love playing that game over and 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 over. You are our social worker. Yeah. I know, and people are surprised, like in the chat, like this guy's a social worker, or this guy used to be a CPS worker. It's like CPS workers, social workers, like obviously, if I was a high end one, maybe things would be different. But like, we're stressed, you know. We tend to drink a lot. Probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't. When I was a mental health tech for this company, I can't say the name. I don't think I can legally say the name. I don't think those NDAs still apply, but I think I should probably not say the name. But I do know this, the company I used to work for a long, long time ago, they stopped doing psychiatric care because that company fucked up. And I know why. Okay? But back when I was a mental health tech for that company, that's when I would drink like 2 or 3 cases of Shiner in a weekend. And when I would work CPS, I couldn't really as much because I would be on call. But on the weekends where I wasn't on call, yeah, there would be a lot of beer. It'd be a lot of drinking beer, playing Halo, and that stuff. Your Thorpe shit show has 37 real viewers over 188 right now. Is that good or no? The crap show? 2 or 3 cases of Shiner? Yeah. 18 packs. Let's see. What about working in welfare office? They help a lot of people. Yeah. Anything over 10 is amazing. 10 viewers? Well, it's not good. What, the Thorpe stuff? I know a lot of people, I think. So, I guess press 1 in the chat if you're done with the Thorpe stuff and really just want to move on. Is it time to just talk about other things other than the Thorpes? Should they just become like the occasional segment? I guess kind of like how Kino Casino treats Ralph. It's like, is there something new? Dashavan press 1, but I hardly see Dashavan. I don't know if they're really a fan. I think Dashavan might have sent $2 once. What other things? It's getting kind of depressing. TMZing Ralph. Yeah, I mean, Ralph was their bread and butter for a while. PvP's in the hospital? Well, he's fucking fat. He's fatter than me. A lot of people are fatter than me. You're, dude, it's crazy. Like, you go out and about and do stuff in real life, you'll see, like, I see people fatter than me. I'm like, man, I really need to, like, get it in gear. I do not want to get into that. You know? Like, your average person, maybe it's like a Texas thing. It can't be. It's like an American thing. It's fat as fuck. Because we can't stop eating. Do a welfare check? No, I'm good. PPP is Worski's co-host. More like Worski is PPP's a Discord slave. I mean, really, PPP is the main host, is the host. Old school PPP is long since died. He died in that shed. It got too cold. It was very cold in that shed that it was in. Hey, Guhul, how's it going? Long time no see. Guhul, if you're listening to me, I know you try to call me, but you always call me in odd times, and I rarely check Discord. I don't really get notifications on my phone. I shouldn't really. I only really use Discord as a tool, but I know you wanted to talk. I'm not sure about what. You know, last Friday, I mean yesterday, look at that, yesterday, I did a stream on my other channel, the reaction channel, where I just talked about a band with a fan of that band. You saw them live, we're just talking. And that channel, it doesn't make a lot of money via live stream. Like, no one really donates or anything. It makes most of its money through ad revenue. And it's doing okay for a kind of a low reaction channel. But I was amazed that people were like waiting to see it because I hadn't streamed there for so long. And I really like doing that. That was fun. That was like, and I'm so used to covering like this sector drama in a kind of tabloid-esque way. You know, kind of like, oh, is Ruby pregnant? Stuff like that. It's like, Ruby's probably not pregnant. I mean, maybe. That was a legit scare. I mean, Ruby seemed to think so. That's why she had the pregnancy test. I think the dirty stuff comes in when you talk about the Thorpe's like darkness, you know, the incest stuff. It's like I don't mind covering it occasionally, but like, you know, when you stare into the darkness of the into the abyss stares back at you, right? Anyway, it was negative. Yeah, Ruby had the test today. Mr. Deadman has a dark passenger. I mean, that's true. I mean, for sure. And I don't think it's what you think it is, but man, YouTube has the new swipe up for the next stream. Yeah, right. Vertical streaming is kind of where it's at. You can go through and see all the various people streaming. It's interesting. I've played around with that. You see all different people streaming, playing guitar, just talking. You know. No, I don't really have a face for streaming. Oddly enough, Lalo does have a face for streaming. I don't like it. I don't like to admit it. He has that metrosexual face. If Lalo was in one of those, like, Lalo has a face. I'm gonna say this, guys. Lalo has a face that would be fitting for a boy band. He does. Do you a radio podcast? Lasagna killer. Well, yeah, something is wrong with D-Dog. There's a lot of things wrong with him, but I wish D-Dog wouldn't see me as his enemy, though. I don't hate him, and I think actually, if someone could talk to him about conspiracies, it would be really good content. Just talk to him about what he thinks about the moon landing and shit. We're like, D-Dog, what do you think? I mean, how did we even get there with that technology? I mean, and also, how in the world did we get the video feed when, like, during that time, like, oh, let's just put it this way. Current day, right now, like, if I go walking with this phone, live stream, it's going to start breaking up and you start losing signal. And yet they had a smooth signal from the moon? D-Dog. You probably wouldn't even have to go that far. You'd probably already be like, yeah, it's fake. It's all fake. It's all fake. Didn't like people reacting to him. He thinks, like, if you react to him, I'm lower echelon. You know, I am, man. I have to agree. D-Dog he's too rich for me, man. But he got Ruby. That's right. Jeremy couldn't get Ruby. Jeremy couldn't get Ava. So I think Jeremy should. The last stream I did where Jeremy and Ava got on, it was getting so, like, weird between them. I left that call. I was like, they could stay in the VC. I'm done with the. I don't need that anymore. I'm gonna carry on with my stream. I was like, I don't even want to milk this for content. They just should just get a room. It's just becoming weird. Jeremy talks about Ava all the time. Ava talks about Jeremy all the time. It's like, just fuck. Just, what the fuck's your problem? I don't get it. I don't get this, dude. It's like a love-hate. Can't stand Joe Shabatoni. So, which one's better, Joe Shabatoni or Naptown? I think Naptown's editing is very good. Very good job on the editing there. Joe Shabatoni's editing has improved, but Naptown's better. That's what I think. None of them? Man. Well, you need someone to kind of put these Storp reels together. You know, their streams kind of hard to get through sometimes. He rarely does edits. Yeah. Sometimes he'll put like the highlight before the rest of it, but it's rare that he does. You know what? I still haven't watched Naptown's edit of the Ruby arc because I kind of lived through it, so I didn't feel the need to watch it. Because I think my coverage of the Ruby D-Dog thing was, I mean, I was talking about it all the time. I was in it. So my wife was going for a walk. She's probably wondering where I'm at now. I went to the Easy Mart, did a quick stream, so that way I have another $1 to spend on you. That is the truth of it. We went to I still haven't told the story about my wife's dog as a pervert. Okay, I have enough. All right. So my wife's dog, I think, is a pervert. No, I didn't do anything with the dog. And no, she didn't do anything with the dog. Get that out of your mind. It doesn't get that dark. This is more funny than anything else. But she's a pervert. We got this dog. Her name's Honey. What kind of dog is it? She has the color of Honey. She looks like a Twinkie. She's like the color of a Twinkie. What kind of dog is she? You probably want to know. We don't really know. The vet didn't really know either. Kind of, it's a mix of things. I think there's some retriever in her, some lab in her. Sometimes when her face to me kind of has a little bit of pit, but a lot of stuff. So a mutt. This dog is really attached to my wife, which makes sense because it's my wife that pretty much brought the dog in to the house as a puppy. And, you know, there's a thing called impact. Or is impact or impression? Impression. No. Is that the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Imprint. So with animals, if you are like the one who brings them in first and gives them the care and the love and the warmth, you leave an imprinting on them, and they tend to look at you as their mom or primary caregiver. And this dog sees my wife like that without a doubt. So even as a puppy, the dog would exhibit this behavior. What would happen is when my wife would leave to go to work, the dog would immediately go for any clothing of hers that she could find, but out from the dirty laundry, which I'm talking about her panties. She would grab my wife's underwear out from the dirty laundry and just be chewing on it, just chewing on it and smelling it. And I'm like, this is crazy. Well, I mean, at first I didn't think anything. At first I was like, okay, clearly this is like, her looking for the scent of my wife, her mom. And we get a concept day, we would put the dirty laundry in the garage, and then she would like try to find if there's sometimes like a shirt or a sweater or something that was put on the ground. She would get it. She would take that to the couch and smell on it and chew it, or if the back door's open, we let the back door open so she can go outside and go potty, whatever. She'll take that out in the yard. It's hard to train her out of it. We try to like catch her and kind of bop her on the nose about it, not too hard, just like, no, don't do that, I'm not gonna shock her or anything, just don't do that, don't do that. But it's still happening. I thought about sharing this with you guys, because, what was it, last night? No, the night before. I was in the garage, and the dog comes in with like underwear on its face, and I'm like, what the hell? You're doing this? I grabbed the underwear, and I thought it was clean, and I smelled it. I was like, oh no, that's not clean. I was like, this dog is still doing it. This dog is still like I guess a fiend for my wife's underwear. She won't stop. It gets worse. Does it get worse? No, I think that's the grossest it gets. The rest of it's more just like behavioral. So like, if I try to kiss my wife, like last night, my wife was on the bed, and I gave her a kiss. I was on the bed, she was on the bed, so I gave her a kiss from across over the bed. The dog jumps on the bed and bites the back of my neck. Starts trying to bite on the back of my neck. I'm like, what the hell? Honey, you can't be doing that. And Honey would buck up. Like, no, you can't be doing that. You don't bite me. Now, and not a full-on bite. Like, the sort of bite that you would see like a mother cat do to her kitten when she's trying to like move them around. That sort of thing. The dog was trying to like say, no, that's my woman. I'm like, what? You don't get that. You don't get that clean. You don't get that. Now, the other thing about the dog is that, so my wife goes to bed. She usually goes to bed early because she works early in the morning. And then I'll stay up late. But if I'm staying up late, like just in the garage, watching probably the YouTube crap so I can know what's going on, stay informed on things, we'll cover things. The dog will open the garage door, which is funny because the garage door will automatically swing back because the way, I guess, how the house is, the foundation of it, not really level. The garage door will open, it'll swing back and close on her. But I could see her, like, wanting to get in there. And pretty much told me, it's time to go to bed. You need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. Even when I'm streaming, if I'm in the shed streaming and it's night, so usually every night, the dog is out there and waiting for me to get done. And, and then I go inside, I brush my teeth, use the restroom. The dog's just waiting. I get on the bed immediately. Then the dog gets on the bed. So it's like I'm sitting there. Honey expects me to get in the bed too. at the same time, and then she will go to bed. It's like, okay, fine, that's fine. But then what she does, she just licks me. She just licks my hair. She won't stop. I can't stop her. I'll be laying down on the bed, my head on the pillow, obviously. Then the dog will be licking my hair. She'll lick my face if I was turned towards her, and she would. She just licks the back of my head, and neck, and hair, ear, all of it. She won't stop. If I try to stop her, if I say no, and try to push her away, she gets aggressive. Arr. And then if that continues to happen, it just creates a situation where then my wife gets annoyed because the dog gets ramped up and aggressive, and kind of like, it almost seems like a playful aggressive. Like, it's not like she's trying to bite me or anything. She's like, it's more like trying to, who's going to be the dominant, who's going to be the alpha there. I know what's going on there, and I'm like, damn it, I'm being out alphaed by this stupid dog. And I'm like, so I just have to lay here and take this without consent, with no consent, have the dog give me a tongue bath, pretty much. So I just take it. So I don't know, really, think about this now, telling the story. I don't think it's so much that my dog is a pervert. I think the dog is the alpha of the house. I think the dog is the alpha of the house. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Honey essayed me harder than all of the joy. Yeah. Yeah, I feel essayed. Yeah. But, and it's interesting about this dog, because, like, we do try to train it to, like, not bite people and not jump on people. So when it I don't want to shock it. We did buy a shock collar just in case we need to use it. It does have a vibrating function as well. Okay, it's one of those dual ones. And but we haven't used it. But I do. You guys may disagree on this, but when she jumps up, I'll pop her on her nose. And if she's gonna bite me, the way I see it, if she inflicts harm on me, then I will communicate in a way she understands, which is like a bop on the nose, and she will understand. Or if she jumps on me, one thing dogs don't like, it becomes irritating, is when you squeeze their paws a little bit. You don't need much, just a mild squeeze, because they'll let you know. They don't want to do that. And I know it's working, because, like, when she tries to jump on me, she doesn't jump on me. She kind of does the motion, but she doesn't continue it, because she knows, like, she's not supposed to do that. So that is working. So there have been some improvements. But as far as getting her to not lick on me, well, that's just not happening. But really what it is, like, during the day, like when I go to the shed to start my stream, the dog will get right in front of me and start trying to, like, wanting to jump on me, wanting to play with me every time before I go into the shed. And I realized what was happening was she was wanting me, obviously, to play with her and spend time with her. And in days where I didn't do that, she would be more rambunctious when it's time to go to bed, because she didn't get that energy out of her, and she also didn't get that. I didn't give her that time. So now what I do, as I spend some time with the dog, throw the stick. We buy these dog toys, but The dog doesn't give a shit. You could literally just grab a stick and throw it. I mean, fuck. And so play with it for a bit. Do maybe like 10 or about 10 throws. Really, until the dog is satisfied. Because once the dog is satisfied, what she tends to do is, if she's done with playing fetch, she'll grab the stick and just lay down and chew on it. And then, all right, cool. I could stream now. So that still kind of sounds like the dog is running the show, and I'm kind of, I guess, catering to what's important to the dog. Oh my God. Oh no. I'm doing the social work mentality with the dog. See, with my coffee business I run, well, I don't run it. I work there. I'm just a peon. We assess our customers to see what kind of coffee is important to them, to assess their needs. We create a whole plan. What kind of brew you like, what sort of flavors you want it to have, how, do you want it to be light, medium, or dark, that sort of thing. Do you care where the coffee, where the origin of the coffee's from, the beans, and get all that stuff, and then create a whole plan, if you will, a portfolio about what's important to that customer, so that way it's like they're getting what they really want. And then we see if it helps them with their goals. If, like, is it getting you perked up and energized in the morning? Okay, good, it's working. All right, sweet. I'm doing that same thing with the freaking dog, except at night, because I don't want to piss off the wife too. It's like I just have to lay there and take it. Anyway. All right. We streamed for like 120 minutes. All right. Served in bed, raised the dead. If I start a coffee company, that'd be cool. That's a good slogan. But a horrible existence, right? Could be worse. There's a very short clip I played during my recent live stream of the worst life you could possibly live. It's worse than being homeless. Worse than being homeless. Worse than being a fentanyl addict. I played a short clip. World star. I can describe it for you. In Africa, there's this thing they do. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why. But you can see it. Kids, and I mean kids, in the village will stick their face in a cow's butt to lick the sphincter. Why? Well, from what I understand, they do this while milking the cow. It also makes the cow shit. I don't know. So no matter how bad your life is, no matter how much debt you're in, how crappy your job is, how shitty your friends are, how shitty your favorite streamer is performing, life could be worse. You could be in some country in Africa, in some village, where you are licking a cow's butt. They don't do that. Yeah, I know they don't do that everywhere in Africa. It's just certain countries. I know I'm not being very specific, but it could be worse. And that's one thing I like about my grandfather on my dad's side. He's a little bit racist, but I like him. He got me done. That's why I'm kind of I guess you say kind or friendly, even to I guess racist people. He's pretty hardcore racist. I mean, he would call basketball players the N word unless they were winning, then they were good. But one thing he did when his daughter was failing in school and was skipping school, and I was staying over that night because I was staying over at the grandparents' house for that weekend, and I remember that night. I was almost gonna say her name, but he he was like, "You get in the car right now." All right. So we all get in the car. I'm there too. His daughter's there. His son's there, and he goes driving around Houston to like the slummy parts. And it's night. He's pointing at the homeless under the overpass. He's like, "This is where you're gonna be. You keep on skipping school, you getting those Fs, not doing the work. This is where you're gonna be. You're gonna be homeless. You'll be like them. Want me to just drop you off right now? Because this is where you're gonna be. If you want to be homeless, you just let me know. I can make that happen for you right now." I was thinking, damn, that is a very effective way to get the message across. Shit. I hope my kids never need that treatment. But if they do, I know what to show them. Some people, all of it. There's some good parts. Technically, this isn't really Houston, but it's a suburb of Houston, if you will. It's one of the better parts. Keep Austin queer. There's only two things that come from Texas: queers and steers. Queers and steers. So this is gonna be wrapping up the stream now. Pretty good stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. Show them Ruby's stream. That was good. It was a good one. Anyway, you guys take it easy. Have a good one, man.